somewhere along the line, somebody realized this was a lucrative business, this organ donation and procurement and transplantation. When an organ transplantation takes place, there's a lot more than just the kidney that is the moneymaker. All right, the kidney, yes, the kidney has its price, it has its value. There was the cost of procuring the kidney. So there was a whole surgical team that helped get that kidney in the first place, right? And the facility in which that happened. And money is made by every person involved, every entity involved, including the hospital or the facility. In addition to that, when the transplantation occurs, when the organ is now transplanted to the next being, there's the transportation of that organ to its designated place. There's money made by the transporters. Then the new facility where the transplantation occurs, the hospital has to charge its fees, the cost of the operating room, all of the personnel involved, the anesthesiologist, the surgeon. Usually there's more than one surgeon in that type of a case. You have each individual person and entity that is not a person, like the corporation. They all get their share. It's mind-blowing the amount of money that can be made from taking one person's life. So whenever you see dollars come involved, somebody along the way is going to want more. If we can justify diagnosing someone with brain death for the purpose of taking their organs, and we make money from that, why can't we justify saving money by diagnosing the person with brain death, and then we're not obligated to take care of them anymore? My life was almost cut short. If the doctor had gotten his way, if he had been able to convince my husband that I was never going to recover, and they had harvested my organs and ended my life, I would not have seen my children grow up. I wouldn't know my beautiful grandchildren. I would not have ever become a nurse. I wouldn't have all the people I've cared for. When I'm teaching, every now and then I think of a real life experience that would reinforce the lesson I'm trying to teach. And I'll just say, would you like a story? And every time the kids, they love the stories. And they're all true, real life stories that illustrate a point that you're trying to teach. Stories are gifts, and I have been given a lifetime of stories that never would have happened had Dr. Anonymous had his way.